Hey everyone, settle in because we've got a fantastic story for you today. It kicks off on what seems like a perfect day, but, things take a turn, a big turn. It's all about bravery, working together, and of course, some very, very important snacks. So let's dive into the Great Village Adventure. You know how the best adventures always start? On a day that feels completely normal. And this one was no different. It was a beautiful, just perfect Sunday in the village. The sun's out, everyone's happy. What could possibly go wrong, right?
All right, so our perfect day is about to get interesting. We're at this amazing village fair and everything is just wonderful, but yeah, a sudden surprise is on its way.
Okay, I want you to really imagine this scene. The fair is just getting started for the day. You've got all the stalls opening up with their colorful goods. Balloons are bouncing around everywhere. And oh, that smell. The air is just filled with the delicious scent of fresh bacoras. It's just pure happiness. So everything is just perfect, right? The vibe is amazing. And then, out of nowhere, kaboom! Just this massive sound that completely shatters the peace of the afternoon.
So that huge boom? Yeah, that wasn't fireworks. It was thunder. A massive storm just rolled in, the rain started pouring, and the river started to swell. The Great Flood had arrived.
And things went from happy to chaotic in like seconds. The river just couldn't handle all that rain, and suddenly water's rushing into the streets. And remember all those beautiful stalls we were just talking about? Yep, they're toppling over one by one into the flood.
Now, in the middle of all this panic, you've got this one kid, Gopal, who clearly has his priorities in order. He sees the jalebi stand, the sweet treats, starting to go under, and he just yells, "Not the jalebis! Save the jalebis!" You gotta love it.
But, of course, it was way more serious than just snacks. All of a sudden, you could hear people shouting for help all over the place. Someone's goats were trapped in a shed. The school's books were floating away. A whole food stall was just washing away. It was a real mess.
And right when it feels like everything is just falling apart, a group of friends looks at each other and knows they have to do something. This is their chance. Rohan puffs up his chest and basically says, "It's our time. Let's show the village what the Adventure Squad can do." And boom, just like that, the Adventure Squad is on the case. They've got 3 big missions ahead of them to save the day.
So here's their game plan. It's pretty straightforward. Step 1, save the goats. Step 2, rescue the books. And step 3, protect that food stall. Yup, it's going to be a busy afternoon for them. Okay, first things first, the goats. Raghu and Gopal hear them bleeding from the shed that's already flooding. But they don't panic. Instead, they get super clever. They spot this big wooden cart and think, hey, that could be a boat, a rescue boat. And it worked. They actually managed to get all the goats onto the cart and pull them to safety. And for his troubles, what does Gopal get? A big, sloppy lick on the face from a very grateful goat. His reaction is just priceless. Bleh! Goat kisses! All right, mission 2, the books. Rohan, who's been itching to be a hero, spots the school books just drifting away in the water. He thinks fast, grabs a long bamboo stick, and starts fishing them out of the water one by one. Pretty smart, right? And his friend Ria sees what he's doing, and she is just so proud. She starts clapping and cheering. See, Rohan the hero. And you can tell, in that moment, he felt like one. He was really making a difference. And finally, the food stall. Of course, Gopal, our resident food expert, was not about to let those samosas get away. He and Raghu team up, and they manage to tie the sinking stall to a big tree to keep it from washing away. The samosas are safe. And would you believe it? Just as they finish their last rescue, the rain starts to stop. The storm passes, the water starts to go down, and the whole village can finally see what these kids have done. Hooray for the heroes! You can just feel the relief wash over everyone. One by one, people start coming up to them. You saved our goats. You saved our books. You saved our food. The gratitude was just pouring out. And then one person starts to cheer, and then another, and soon the whole village is cheering together. It's this huge, amazing sound. Hooray for the Adventure Squad! So, what's an adventure without a good ending? The village throws a big feast, and our heroes finally get to think about what they learned from it all. And this is really the heart of the story. Raghu, who's kind of the leader of the group, he puts it perfectly. He says, today we learned that adventures aren't just about having fun.
They're really about helping people. But you can't forget Gopal. Of course, he has to get the last word in. While he's munching on a well-earned samosa, he adds, and saving snacks. Never change, Gopal. And really, after that day, things were different. They weren't just a bunch of kids playing anymore. They were the Adventure Squad, the village's very own heroes, totally ready for whatever challenge came next.
And that kind of leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? What makes a true hero? Was it because they were strong or super smart? Or was it just because they chose to step up and help when things got tough? It's a good reminder that anyone can be a hero. So, what do you think really makes one?